Hi, this is Pamela. I just wanted to do a quick little journal walkthrough with you today. This is a very special journal. I made this for my mother, actually. And there's a story behind this specific fabric. This fabric was a piece of scrap fabric that my mom had from a dress that I guess my grandmother made for her when my mother was very young. I would say around 5. This fabric is a scrap from that dress fabric, and I'm saying it's probably over 60 years old by now. This I gave to her for Christmas, and she hasn't been able to take it home yet because I said I want to make a video of it first, Mom. So this is me doing this. You know, I spoke to my mom today and she said she was thinking about her journal. So I took that as a cue to get this video done so then I can get this back to her. First of all, let me make sure we're in frame. But I have little tucks and things along here. I'm just going to quickly go through. I mean, we all know about all the fun pages that we put into our junk journals. This is just a little craft sticker. My mom is a gardener, my mom and dad both, and I had this paper, and I thought it would be cool to make it into a little folder for her. It's got all the veggies in it and everything. I actually have some journal paper that hasn't been tea-dyed. I thought I'd just change it up a little bit. There's a little tag I added to the wax cord that I use to bind or sew in the signatures. Here's the other side of that. Fun paper. This is a little thing that I did. She doesn't know unless she watches this, but I punched the corner of this paper, and for whatever reason this one decided just completely not to work for me. So I had this nasty corner, and I was like, what am I going to do to fix this? So I had these little fun stamps, and I just glued them over here. So it kind of makes it a fun little tab corner. Sometimes necessity, that's what they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And sometimes when we mess up, it's not really a mess up, it's just, you know, got to think in a different way about something. How can we fix things? I apologize for my voice right now. I have been getting over a cold. So this is an envelope that I actually, there's a tuck back behind here. I don't even know if she knows about that. But I had all these little cute cards that she can write in little things that if she wants to. I added a little trim here as well. This is some more of that fun silk ribbon that I got from my auntie. This is my mother's sister, older sister, that my aunt hand dyed. So I added that in my mother's journal as well. So she's got a little bit of her sister involved in this journal. So my mom is retiring. Here's another one of those notes in this signature, but I actually sewed it right into that signature. And I just thought it would be so appropriate to give her a journal and, you know, starting the next chapter of her life. My mother was actually in childcare for over 30 years, or approximately 30 years, maybe 30 years on the dot. I'm not entirely sure. It seems longer than that to me. But my mom's an amazing person, and so this is some of the, this just reminded me of my mom, taking care of children, tending a garden, teaching children. There's the other side of that. So I added those in there for her. just to kind of remember. This is the other side of that note card. I just had a stencil and I used some distress ink on it on either side just to add a little bit of interest. Here's another one of those little embellished paper clips. This is a piece of actual rice paper. This is new for me. I'm just trying it out. So it's a little pocket here, and I have this little lady in here. And then I have another one in behind it. So it's sort of a double pocket. And just thought it looked cool. Where we live in Canada, our forests are a lot like this. Pine trees, balsam, spruce. And it's just a little bit of home. This is a Tim Holtz page I threw in there. Just because I liked it and I thought my mother would like it too. This is like a doily that I cut in half and I glued it to the corner, so then there's a little tuck there, and it's on both sides of that paper. So there's a tuck on one side and the other. I apologize if you can hear that noise. We have had 1 day of snow, and I think the accumulation so far is, I would say 2 feet. So my husband woke up this morning and he has been dealing with snow all day. And we're also taking care of our neighbor's house and his pets. Therefore, we get the honor of caring for his driveway as well. And by we, I mean my husband. Here's another one of those note cards with the extra tuck behind the envelope. This says love family. Let your spirit soar. This is kind of, you know what I wanted to say to my mom. This is another one of those kind of little, it's heavier cardstock, and I made like a little tuck space sort of thing for her. This is what I wanted to say to my mom. Is just like, you know, this chapter of her life is ending and she's starting a new chapter, and I just wanted to encourage her to sort of follow her dreams and you know, have fun, honestly. So this is a page from a book called Stone Soup, and my mom used to do this with all the kids, and each kid would bring, sorry, I don't want to say kid because a kid is a baby goat. My mom didn't take care of goats, she took care of children. So each child would bring a vegetable to daycare, and then my mother would read this book. And anyways, they ended up having stone soup, which was basically a lovely vegetable soup, and it was just sort of a tradition that my mother had. So I just wanted to add one of those pages in for her, just a small memory of her past. This is a actual card, and there's a sentiment inside. I got this at a thrift store. I didn't like what it said inside. I think it was like an in memoriam or some sort of dealy bob like that. So I just made it into a pocket, and then I added a note card with the corners punched, just to, you know, it seemed more appropriate. And here's that other side of that page. Here's a little old lady and her making her stone soup. This is not what my mother looks like, by the way. My mother is amazingly, she's got dark hair, not like white cotton puffs. Black straight hair with a little bit of gray now. Here's another one of those little cards, the little mustachio. And this reminded me of my dad, and I hope it kind of reminds her of Dad as well. And then again with the tuck in behind. My dad had a mustache back in the 80s and 90s. He looked like a cross between Magnum PI and Jack Tripper from, I know Jack didn't have a mustache, but this is what my father looked like. John Ritter, Jack Tripper from Three's Company. So I just added a little bit of lace to this note card. It's going to be fun to go through this after my mom's added some things in it. I added this piece of coffee dyed lace. And then this is a September thing, a calendar, I guess. And I added this simply because my mom's birthday is in September. So I hope she caught all those things, because I put a lot of thought into this for her. And here's another one of those things with the doily. So this is a total of one large doily, and I used it on 2 pages, which created 4 tuck spots. And here's another side of that Tim Holtz. And here is another one of those cards, but it's in the actual signature. I added this page because my mom's daycare was called Mother Duck Daycare, and I found this a thing about ducklings in a children's book, and I just thought, you know, we got to honor that time, all that energy and love that she poured into all those children over all those years, and helped to create some pretty amazing adults. The little ducklings here. This, I fussy cutted this little fox out of some Christmas wrapping paper that we had this year, because actually we have little fox that run through our neighborhoods. They're not red, actually, they're black fox. We do have red ones, but the ones that are close to us are black fox. This is from Aesop's Fable book that I got, and it's the tortoise and the hare, and I just really liked it. So I added it, and I made it like a little corner thing with this little card, a corner tuck on tracing paper. And this sort of reminds me of my mom, this pretty lady here. Tim Holtz. We're coming close to the end. I'm glad I could make this a relatively short video. But here it is. And here's just an envelope, and I just threw a card in. And it's got the same, like with the tuck spot here too. Oh, this reminds me of my mother as well. She's just so elegant to me. And this I got from the Graphics Fairy, this marbled paper. And this is the end of this journal dedicated to my mother. And I hope she loves it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for watching this, and please like, share, and subscribe if you would like to. And thank you.